Hi everyone, it's Peg, and it's time for the October Pick-a-Stick Challenge. And to start my page off this month, the first step says use something transparent. So I have these old transparencies that my husband drug home from a garage sale or something, and I thought, well, okay, those are transparent, let me use those. So I'm just going to take some punches and punch some circles out of the transparencies. Of course, I have trouble with the first one, so I'm going to move on and use some other punches. Some are sharper than others, so if that happens to you, you can just take a pair of scissors and cut some circles. Some of these others are doing just fine. It might have been the size of that particular punch, but whatever. We just keep on working and punching holes or circles. So I have a number of these circles, and what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to use them on a page that already has a background started. I had sprayed my Diane Reevely journal with some of her colorful sprays. I really love how bright and vibrant these colors are, especially when I'm going to use black, and it has a great contrast against these vibrant pinks and reds. So I'm using those circles, those transparent circles, on my page, and I'm just masking out some areas, and I'm going to pull out some Distress Oxide ink. And I'm just using a sponge applicator and going around those circles on my page and giving kind of a cloudy, misty look to the background right around those clear plastic circles that I had punched out. So that is step one. Step two says put a bird on it. Well, for that, I have a stencil that I had created using my Scan and Cut. I had created an image I used on a couple of other projects and had cut it out of a transparency. And so I'm just going to grab my black ink. This happens to be the black licorice. And I am using the bird stencil that I had created on the Scan and Cut. And I'm going to apply that black ink directly to my page through that homemade stencil. So that's put a bird on it. Now you'll notice step 3 says add stars. Well, I guess I kind of jumped ahead because I'm choosing to skip over the number 5 thing, which is make a pocket, and I want to use some washi tape, and I'm thinking ahead, and I'm not doing my steps in order. Oops. That's a no-no. So step 4 says use a roller stamp, and I happen to have one of these, and I'm just doing a little bit of edging with this roller stamp. And yeah, I've had these for years. I don't even know where I got them from originally. They're not the usual setup. It's just a plain handle, and I use them sometimes on my jelly plates. So here you see me using the wild card. I'm going to pull out some different washi tapes and use them randomly on my page because that's what I'm using for step 5 instead of making a pocket. So yeah, I still haven't done step 3, and you'll see me back up. I will realize later that I didn't put stars on it, but that doesn't mean I can't put stars on it. It just means I didn't do it in the correct order. So I'm bad. I'm just not thinking this month. I don't know where my head is. And so we'll move on and keep creating here, just applying several different types of washi tape in the background. So step 6 says use a paper you don't like. And I have this, this is like a rosin paper that I had done some mop-up and stuff on when I was jelly printing. And I thought, okay, I'm going to use that because it's got some of the right colors. It's got some black and some mottled looking stuff that looks like, you know, maybe eerie clouds or smoke or, you know, something spooky. So I'm going to grab that and tear it up and put some of that on my page. And then step 7 says use sparkles. Well, the sparkles that I have are sparkly words, and I have these sticker words that have kind of like glitter on them. They say spooky and boo and eek. And I thought, okay, that's kind of going in the direction I want it to go. So I'm going to find those, and that's what I'm going to use on my page, along with some sparkly sprays. I have these color bloom sprays that are in colors that work with what I have on my page. So I'm going to hit the page with those color bloom sprays, add a little more texture and color and sparkle to the background. So next says outline with pencil and smudge. So I grab a couple of different pencils that I have. I have these China markers and some Stabilo All and different pencils that I'm going to use to do my outlining with. I'm going to go back and find those circles that I had created originally with the transparency. I'm going to outline my birds. I'm going to put a little bit of highlight on those spider webs that are in the corners, and just create some more interest using some pencil work on here. Now, I want to remind you that if you don't know about the Pick a Stick Challenge, we are a Facebook group that does a challenge each month for a journal page and also one for an artist trading card. And if you would like to join us, we actually run a contest. If you put your pictures in our folders each month, you have a chance to win a prize. So you might want to think about joining us and creating something. It doesn't have to be a video. It can just be photos in the album. So, you know, don't think that you have to create a video for each one of these. We do these more as our sharing to you so that you know how you can work the prompts and create a page from those prompts each month. So we've been posting the first Friday of each month with the prompts, and then the last Friday of the month is when we post how we created using those prompts. So I'm using step number 9. It says use something metallic. I have this Spidey from Emerald Creek. They'd sent me these wonderful embellishments, and I thought, well, I've got creepy crawly things going on here. I'm going to use that Spidey on my page, and that'll be my metallic. And then I realize at this point, which is step number 9, that I haven't done my stars, which is step number 3. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some stars. So I get out some white ink and a blending foam, and I'm just going to add those stars into the background because, yeah, it's a step that I missed, and I'm not going to miss any steps. It may be a little bit out of order, but they are there. And I guess I could have done this as number 3, but I didn't. So here they are. So the last step, step number 10, says use a die cut. And I'm thinking, oh brother, what am I going to use? I don't have anything that's really appropriate to this. And my good friend Carol had sent me this little fairy image, and I'm thinking, well, you know, Halloween, we have all kinds of ghosts and goblins and fairies and things floating around. So, yeah, I'm going to put a fairy on this page because it's step number 10, and we do that. We do everything that it says, whether it makes sense or not, because they are prompts, they are part of the challenge, and that's what we're going to do. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you join us. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Follow me here and on Facebook. And I'll have links down below for other videos. Have a wonderful Halloween, everyone, and we'll see you again next month. Not quite so spooky. More gratitude. Thanks for stopping. Bye.